This is Matt, and these are the metal vinyl releases for February 2021. Starting things off with February 5th, we have the debut solo album from Todd La Torre. He is the current singer for Queensryche, as many of you know, but he's not leaving Queensryche. He basically just found the time to do the solo album because Queensryche can't tour because of the pandemic. So, in case Rat Pack Records sounds a little bit familiar to you, the label also put out the last so many Metal Church albums, just to get an idea where they're coming from. But they're also big on solo artists. There are albums they put out from Michael Sweet of Stryper, also John Corabi, formerly of Motley Crue, and George Lynch, formerly of Dokken. If you're looking for music videos from this album, there is one for the track Crossroads to Insanity. There's also an audio version of the track Darkened Majesty in video form. The latter is really a lot heavier, so if you're wanting a taste of that, you should probably start with Darkened Majesty first. Both are available at the official Rat Pack Records YouTube channel. That's RATPAK. So the Rat Pack Records website has the 2 LP set currently available in white vinyl in limited press and individually numbered. It also comes with a download card. And if you're interested in a bundle deal, the website also has that. They have one of those including autographed items, as well as a personal phone call from Todd himself, if that's of interest. From what I've heard so far, I'm pretty interested in this, actually. I dig modern Queensryche, but this project seems a bit heavier, more often than not. A little bit up-tempo, definitely thrashy at times. I'm finding it kind of interesting compared to Queensryche. So, yeah, we'll see. Moving on to February 12th, we've got a pair of Dio 3 LP live album reissues coming out as part of BMG's new Dio Live Albums reissue series, intuitively named, of course. The first is Dio, Evil or Divine, live in New York City. This was originally released as a home video back in 2003, then it came out on CD in 2005, and then Back on Black did a now out-of-print vinyl version back in 2011. So the version we were talking about now is a new vinyl version of that. It's available in black vinyl and with a triple gatefold. Side 4 of this record is bonus tracks. This Is Your Life from Angry Machines, Fever Dreams from Magica, Push from Killing the Dragon, and The Eyes from Master of the Moon. If you're wanting to hear a track from Evil or Divine, BMG did license out the live track Lord of the Last Day to YouTube, so it's there if you want it. The other Dio live album is a reissue of the 2006 release Holy Diver Live. This is also on black vinyl and also with a triple gatefold. I should mention that both Holy Diver and Evil or Divine have been newly remastered, and they feature updated artwork and layouts. Also, both albums will be available in a limited edition lenticular cover, likely similar to the other lenticular covers for the reissues of Dio albums that have happened in the recent past. There is a live video for the track Holy Diver. It's available on YouTube if interested. So I recently bought a live Dio album, which I'll be discussing in my next vinyl haul. That'll probably be in another week or so. So I've definitely been of the mind to get more live Dio, especially of the classic era. So I'll probably get both of these records. Just too tempting to pass up. Also on February 12th, we have 3 reissues for Sacred Reich, starting with their 1987 debut album, Ignorance. In the US, Ignorance comes out in red, white, and blue striped vinyl, as well as blue vinyl. And for EU releases, we'll get 180-gram black vinyl, unspecified number of copies, red, white, marbled vinyl, 300 copies, as well as gray-blue marbled vinyl, 200 copies. I'm also seeing that the Metal Massacre 8 version of Ignorance is on here as a bonus track, if that's of interest. Surf Nicaragua comes next. It'll be available in clear with black smoke, as well as aqua with black splatter vinyl for the US. As for the EU countries, expect 180-gram black vinyl, unspecified number of copies. Paradise Bay Blue Marbled Vinyl, 500 copies. Oakwood Brown Marbled Vinyl, 300 copies. Camouflaged Marbled Vinyl, 200 copies. And Aqua with Green and Orange Splatter, 100 copies. And this edition also has live versions of Ignorance and Death Squad, which were not on the original vinyl version, but were on the CD release back then. Nice to have it all here on vinyl. And finally, The American Way. US releases will come in green and black marble, as well as clear with black and green splatter vinyl. EU releases will have 180-gram black vinyl, unspecified number of copies, camouflage green marbled vinyl, 500 copies, dark purple violet marbled vinyl, 300 copies, green with red brown splatter vinyl, 200 copies, and green red brown melt vinyl, 100 copies. A number of these variants are actually sold out already at the Metal Blade website, so you should probably act fast on one of the others, or of course pay way too much on the aftermarket. And jumping to February 26th, we have a reissue of the first Blitzkrieg album, originally released in 1985. That's A Time of Changes. This is going to be released by High Roller Records, of course. 4 vinyl variants total: black vinyl, 350 copies, transparent electric blue vinyl, 350 copies, silver vinyl at 200 copies, and transparent ultra clear with red and yellow splatter, 100 copies. All variants come with a lyric sheet, a 2-page A4 fold-out insert, a poster, and a bonus 10-inch record with 3 extra tracks, Buried Alive, Blitzkrieg, and Inferno. And the first 2 tracks are likely the versions that were on their debut 7-inch from 1981. That'll be exciting if that's actually the versions. Pretty sure it is. Of course, Blitzkrieg is the track made famous a few years later by Metallica. They covered it and put it on the B-side of their Creeping Death single. You might know that version a little bit more, a little bit better, but Blitzkrieg's version, pretty great. Original release copies of this album go for over $100 now in decent condition, so the reissue is definitely welcomed. And with the bonus tracks, I might pick this one up. Love the new album. And also on February 26th, we're going to have the 6-song EP, the newest release from the band Helstar. It'll be released through Massacre Records. It's called Clad in Black. Looks to be 3 originals and 3 cover songs. The cover songs are Restless and Wild from Accept, After All the Dead from Black Sabbath, and Sinner from Judas Priest. Interesting cover choices. All 3 are pretty great songs. After All the Dead is from Dehumanizer, that amazing Dio Sabbath album that some people ignore for some crazy reason. It's an amazing album. So it looks like, potentially among other distributors, I'm seeing that Nuclear Blast Germany is distributing this title. It's in purple vinyl, white vinyl, and black vinyl. Those are your vinyl variant choices, but no number of copies specified, unfortunately. As for the original tracks, there is a music video for the song Black Wings of Solitude, as well as an audio track in video form for the song Across the Raging Seas. Speaking of the former, Black Wings of Solitude was originally released as a 7-inch single in October of 2020, if interested in hunting that down. I remember I had their second album back in 1986, such being Remnants of War, and likely had a cassette dupe of their first album, Burning Star, but then I lost track of the band entirely. They had been around this whole time, amazingly enough, perhaps. They released their last LP, Vampiro, in 2016. It might be time to check back in with this band, and this EP might do it. So if you know any metal vinyl releases that have come out or are coming out, and I do include albums that are mentioned in the ticker that ran earlier, definitely let me know in the comments. Super helpful. I always appreciate help. Of course, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see me do this in future months, definitely give it a like. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Share the video with friends. All that helps support the Accusation Network. That's what you're watching right now. I do metal vinyl collecting videos once or twice a week. Check out the videos, check out the playlists, check out my cool t-shirts. Why not? And as always, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for even more metal vinyl releases coming next month.